So apparently supporting Gina Corano, it makes you some kind of monster. And you know how people threaten to deal with monsters with bolt cutters. That's right, with bolt cutters. But it's okay. Don't worry about this. They put a buzzword at the end, so none of this is probably against Twitter's terms of service. So hey there to all you wonderful folks, I hope your day is going smoothly. And when we're going over this, I want you to remember something about all of the words you see here. Apparently, this is opposition to ism. This is going out, trying to heal the world, right? Trying to heal it one bolt cutter at a time. So all of this joy, it kicks off from the main Star Wars page. That's right, from @StarWars itself. And it comes from this statement here. Our Star Wars community is one of hope and inclusivity. We do not stand for bullying and racism. We support, and you get our @ here. Now, the reason that was posted, by the way, is because this person here, they are the host of the new official series @Star Wars, the High Republic show. So, they are officially endorsed by Disney and Star Wars. These are shots, by the way, from Bounding into Comics. Now, the reason this person is controversial are because of statements like this on Twitter. There are quite a few of them out there, by the way. You can read them at your leisure, but it gives you an idea of what this person puts out in the ether. They put it out again and again. But apparently, the defenders there, they say that this is all right. Why? Because it doesn't include the word all. Now, if you think that's true, by the way, and that's your right, you think whatever you want about the world, but I want to challenge you to do something. Change the race out in those statements and tell me if it becomes racist. Because if it just suddenly becomes racist, yeah, why wasn't it all along? Secondly, I want to challenge you to do something else. This goes around the word all being required. I want you to write down different races. I want you to either cut them out, put them in a pile, or randomly select one. I want you to write down descriptors, negative ones. Either cut them out, put them in a pile, or randomly select one. Read those two together and tell me if they require the word all. For example, race X is good for nothing. Race X is lazy. Do you need to put the word all on that? If you don't, then yeah, it kind of blows that out of the water, right? Now, back to that official statement from Star Wars, you have plenty of examples that decimate what they're saying. And this is where those threats are going to come in. But one of the examples that I love here, this is the John Boyega example. You'll notice here, this is the U.S. poster, he's front and center, right? I mean, when you look at this, center of it, you notice him right away. This is the Chinese poster for that. You notice who's missing right out of your line of sight. In fact, if you don't scan this, praying, where's Waldo, you can't find Finn very easily. They not only moved him, they not only minimized him, but they also changed colors up so he would blend into the backdrop. But yeah, of course, they oppose racism. Now, as far as bullying is concerned, we get multiple examples too. One of my favorites is with Star Wars theory. You can see this pointed out here. Wow, Disney's Star Wars is late to the party. No support for Star Wars theory and the bullying from a LucasArts high-ranking employee or solution. And that's true. You know, basically, you have a high-ranking employee come in, make fun of somebody because they liked a Disney product. He actually liked something. And that, yeah, can't show emotion. That's too much. And along with calling out instances of bullying, this is what Andy has to say. And what a monster. Again, it needs to be dealt with bolt cutters. He says, first of all, I've never heard of Christina, so he doesn't know who they're talking about saying that they stand with. But I'm confused where your tweet of support for Gina Corano was. She's been endlessly bullied for things she's never even said. Stop picking favorites and be truly inclusive by supporting all of your talent equally, no matter who they vote for. Now, never in my freaking life did I imagine this setup for current year, where this would not only be controversial, but people, they would threaten you. And you know what? Other people, they would applaud that action. I mean, look at what's said here. You tell me what's controversial here. Stop picking favorites. Is that a controversial line? Absolutely not. Be truly inclusive. If that's freaking controversial to you, I don't know what to tell you. Support all your talent equally. You know, if you're going to go out, you're going to stand up for one person, stand up for everyone. Again, I think most people could look at all of the examples we threw out, like John Boyega and on, and say, yeah, that's messed up. But that other part at that, no matter who they vote for, oh man, I guess that's controversial enough to go in, to threaten someone and on. Now, I'm going to show you a few tweets from Gina Corano that make people think that she's an acceptable target, by the way. And that anybody that says, hey, you're going out and canceling her is wrong, yeah, that makes you a target too. Here's a photo that people flipped out about. This is what she shared. It's from 1936. People were saying, oh my God, she's showcasing N to the A to the Z to the I's because she supports them. You can tell though, look, this person here, they're saying, yeah, I'm not having any of that, not at all. I mean, is that a terrible thing to post? Does that showcase that you're some kind of monster? Absolutely not. But then again, people look for reasons in the aftermath to cancel someone because they've already got it in their mind that they are a fair target. This, though, it's probably the most recognizable and the most, in my opinion, that was blown out of proportion. She tweeted, quote, I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable, and freedom to choose. Now, in response to this, you have thousands of accounts demanding that she show her support for trans individuals by apologizing for that statement there. I apologize because I stand up for the most vulnerable, freedom to choose, and she has to share accurate pronouns in her profile. If you don't do that, if you don't put them in, then we're going to cancel you. Now, she's had people coming after her for months at this time, and she decides she's going to put in 3 very controversial words into her bio. She puts beep, bop, boop. She also tweets, I'm not against trans lives at all. She's talking about the people that represent there, the people saying I'm going to cancel you. They need to find less abusive representation, aka why the heck are you coming after me? But this proves you're a bigot somehow. And along with that idea, you didn't vote the right way. Yeah, we got to cancel you. We got to cancel you now. So apparently agree to disagree or live and let live. Those ideas have fallen by the wayside. And since Andy there, he actually talked about this stuff and he backed the wrong person. You get people like this, and these people, they think that they're the good guys in this subject. So look at these statements here. You going to do this Gamergate bleep Andy, so he's tagging him in because he wants him to see this. This the stunt you want to pull. This the way you want to show your bleep to the world. A lot of us have been around the block, again you bleep, and we carry bleeping bolt cutters this time. So, D out, boy. Defend your bleeping Nazi. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's just a start, by the way. Now, Sophia Norwitz does a great job of collecting screenshots, too, showcasing that again and again, this person has called for violence. People have applauded that. But you know what? Apparently, if you stick the right buzzword in front of it, that somehow makes it A-okay. I mean, look at this thing here. Consider, if they're going to do Gamergate 2.0 or whatever, the only correct response is unmitigated brutality. Again, can you imagine if you were to point that at someone else? Yeah, I'd be offline pretty fast, but somehow, in some way, throw around the right buzzwords. That makes it all right. The first time, they built careers and lives pulling off that bleep. These people need to learn fear. They're telling you, if I call you that word, you need to learn fear because we're going to make you fear us with unmitigated brutality. It needs to be a bear trap they cannot pull out of. I mean, these people are absolutely crazy. And when they're called out about this, too, they start talking about identity. They start talking about pronouns. Here's the grip on this, by the way. It doesn't matter what your identity online is. It doesn't matter what pronouns you wear. Anyone is capable of doing something horrendous to someone else. And people, yeah, they take this stuff seriously. You wanted them to take it seriously at first. Now you don't. They start talking about that, though. And I love the fact that Sophia Norwitz actually responds this way. Also, tags them in there. If you're going to do your tough little online act, let's be real, it's an act. You shrivel up and cry out on the streets. If someone so much as looked at you funny, then maybe don't block others. Unless, of course, you're afraid of a little trans girl. But anyway, I thought that this was interesting to point out because number one, look at the crazy point and laugh, but also on this, it spawned out of Disney. It spawned out of Star Wars and saying, hey, let's be considerate and nice to other people, saying that Star Wars here is using you. They don't think like that. Yeah, look what it gets you. Look what it gets you indeed. But of course, it gets you from the tolerant and the best among among us, right? Yeah, indeed. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You enjoyed the video. I hope you do. Leave comments, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And if you want to support the channel, there are links in the description. Plenty of them there. Check them out. And yes, I appreciate the heck out of you doing that. Our comic is closing in just a week or so, too. So check that thing out. And yeah, appreciate you. See you soon.